Hello, welcome to the fourth SourceCast after 2 years almost. With me today is Goknak, Winded Cone, PJC, Zek. They can introduce themselves.
Hey, I'm Exec. Executable, I speedrun Half-Life.
Hi, Exec. My name is Goknak. I speedrun Half-Life 2.
I'm PJC. I speedrun Gold Source games.
And I'm Winded Cone. I speedrun Gold Source and Source games.
I'm Centaurium. I just manage source runs and speedrun Gold Source in my free time, but I don't actually really do anything. This podcast today is going to mainly cover the marathon that's going to be coming up July 20th, or kind of around that time frame, and a few runs that are going on in the community, along with a bunch of questions, that we got from Goknak's stream and social media outlets.
Sounds good.
Alright, so first we'll just start with the marathon, which Goknak is hosting, so I'll just go to him.
Okay, so yeah, my idea was because we have a lot of Source games and Gold Source games that sometimes get into GDQs or other major events like ESA, or like other major speedrun like assemblies. I thought it would be cool that if we had our own little marathon where we run all of those games in a row, like sort of like our own source block, if you will, for a marathon. So I kind of like proposed about a month ago that everybody can submit a game that they would want to run, and then we would just try it out, and we wouldn't be taking any donations or anything, so it'd be like a free little charity thing. Or, you know, I mean, we could take donations and then donate it to a charity, but it has to go right into the charity. But the idea was to have all of the games that pretty much everybody likes out of the source blocks from all these other major speedrunning events and put it into its own marathon. So with that, the SourceRuns Marathon was born. And with it, we got a lot of submissions. We have probably, is it like 3 days worth of content? I'm not sure. We still have to kind of figure out the schedule for that too. I'm not even sure if it'll be on the 20th, but it might be around there. It's around the 20th. And yeah, and we have all types of games. We have Half-Life and all of the Half-Life games. Portal 2, Portal Mel, the new mod that came out, stuff like that. That's just, should be a fun little marathon that we're going to throw or try to run and see how it goes. And yeah, and I think it'll be really cool if we can pull it off.
Yeah, we have like 41 submissions right now, so we have plenty to choose from the schedule.
And there
Jesus
will
Christ.
be a task block as well by Yalter and some other guys probably.
Yeah, who here can actually talk about the task block?
I know there is going to be Half-Life 1 with Yalter behind it if the time is good for him, and probably Pack Science.
Oh yeah, with the Paul SBT test stuff.
Yeah, so for Half-Life there is going to be Big Lolly tests. First time showed off the little Gold Source mod that's like 40 seconds, so get hyped.
The thing about the Big Lolly test is going to have like a whole bunch of task tricks in it, which is pretty much the only reason why it's going to be shown.
Yeah, like there's loads of new stuff like RNG manipulation and like reset frames and things like that.
And
like stuff that's never really been done before in TASs, so.
Also 0 millisecond frames, which allow you to essentially bypass duck tapping's friction loss.
Oh, yeah.
But that'll be explained at the marathon, or possibly
Yeah,
later.
it's kind of complicated.
Yeah.
Can you explain those two things you mentioned, PJ?
So RNG manipulation, it's kind of complicated. Like there's two types of RNG, and yeah, I don't know. Yolta will explain it. It's pretty complicated. I don't really understand it fully myself, to be honest. So
Should be exciting. I've seen Yalter's tasks with bunny hop maps, like different like Counter-Strike or Half-Life multiplayer. Like
he recently did a specifically a Counter-Strike one recently, like a KZ map one, which is really interesting because nobody's ever done that before.
So yeah, it should be really, really exciting. And if it's such a success, we could probably make it a yearly thing, just for old time's sake. So, I mean, who knows? It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'd love to make this a yearly thing, especially since it's a non-stop marathon. Of course, that's what a marathon is. I guess next up on this very short list we have until we actually go to the longer questions is Ep1 done quick. Is anyone in here actually working on that?
Episode 1 done quick. No,
Or
I guess.
No, I think
quicker.
that's been a pretty underground run. Like, there's a lot of people that aren't that active that have sort of been working on it on and off every now and then.
All right, let's just
But
skip
I
that.
think it's been like revived recently by a few people.
Yeah, and the reason why it was being reran is because of the glitch that is clipping, which was used in episode 2 done quick, if anybody has seen that, where if you get stuck in a displacement and save and load, you go down. And so now we found various ways to do clips like that. So actually at the very beginning, there's a major clip that skips something, like a cutscene or something. And
An 8-minute long cutscene.
yeah, it's a pretty long cutscene. Episode 1 has a lot of those, which is why it's not very, famous to run, but it's really cool. And I think this run, the rerun, which will be now on new engine, which will have ABH as well as the clips that go down instead of up. Yeah, so it'll be really interesting. I think I'm excited for this project. I would love to help out, but I need to see who is actually running it so I can join. If it's too underground, I might not be able to. But yeah, so it should be a very interesting run to watch.
When we were all like doing the original episode 1 run, like in existence, typical myself and Fox Streaming Faust, we were trying so fucking hard to find a way around Citadel 00 and like all these other maps with really fucking long cutscenes, and it was just completely impossible, and it kind of made us not want to finish the speedrun, but eventually, we eventually did.
Yeah, and it was a cool run.
Yeah, for the time it was pretty good, but it was kind of at the standard of
It was the
almost
Half-Life 2 done
done
quick
quick.
standard.
Yeah, but it was 09, so like the only other episode 1 run that was out was one done by Suga and some Gmod celebrity.
Oh yeah, I've seen that back when Google Video was online.
Yeah, it was only on Google Video. It's the only place you
Yeah.
could see it. But it was so bad. It was like, what was it, 50 minutes, 45 minutes?
Yeah, 45 I think.
It also used cheats, so it wasn't a mod. I mean,
Nice.
excuse me, it wasn't a legitimate run mod.
Yeah, it used Matte Fulbright like in the render itself.
Yeah, and
Why?
in
Because,
the
Oh my god.
Dark parts.
Oh.
it was too hard for the run. I guess they just got too apathetic throughout the run, and in C1700A, I think it is, with the elevator that goes up to the street
That's-
levels.
Yes.
Yeah, street
It's
level.
completely fucking black. I don't know what Valve was thinking when they made that level. And then we have Ep2 done quicker and
Episode 2 done quicker. What?
Hey, let's talk about that,
Half-
remember?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Estranged, but I wrote down it's Strangled. And
Wrote
Nice.
down my meme.
it
Nice.
starts with an E and a... Anyway, Half-Life 2 done quicker, and then Estranged. So I guess that will probably answer Dwamov 2.0, but not. But I'm pretty sure Episode 2 done quicker is common knowledge by now.
Wait, episode 2 done quicker? You said it again.
Ah, god damn it!
You idiot!
Half-Life 2 done quicker.
Yeah, it's Half-Life 2 done
Fuck.
quicker.
I'm too tired for this.
So do we talk about it now or?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, Half-Life 2 done quicker is like the Predator. It's gonna be the next best Half-Life 2 done quick. It's done on old engine, which is like the really older versions of the game before Steam, pretty much. And the reason why we're doing it on the older versions, because you'd think, oh well, we don't have ABH, it's going to be slower. It's because on the older versions of the game, when you get stuck in an object and you save and then load, save buffer, you go upwards instead of downwards. And the reason why that's really helpful is because it means that we can go to the top of the map and we can walk on the map, then jump off and then go under something. Then, if you pause and save load, you can go up. And that means that you can pretty much break every fucking level in this entire game. It's pretty amazing. There's also...
it's pretty close to, it almost looks like no clip, but it's not, I promise.
It looks exactly like
the comments on that run are going to be pretty great.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be
a lot of
spicy
negative accusations.
These runs are probably going to start needing, disclaimers eventually.
This uses very big glitches. There's also a bunch of other glitches that are pretty much carried over from Gold Source in a way, like trigger delays. Now, a trigger delay consists of, it's not delaying any trigger, but it's a change level trigger delay. If you go through a trigger delay, did I just fucking say that? If you go through a change level trigger and you have a bunch of waits running, which are an in-game console command that delays a command, if you have plus attack, wait, minus attack, it'll do attack, wait 1 in-game frame, and then it will minus attack. If you have a whole ton of waits running, it will also, delay the change level. And what that means is you can still move while that's going on. So you can have an entire script that essentially plays the game for you while you, have this thing running. And then when all the waits are up, you essentially get placed on a different part of the next map. And that can save a lot of time. For example, we do it in the map where you normally get the crowbar, and actually, as a byproduct of it, we don't get weapon models. It's really strange. Since you lose your weapons during it, you don't actually get your weapon models. So the entire run, you're not going to see us have a gun or fire the SMG. There'll just be bullets really coming out of thin air. Gordon's suit 2.0 has bullets built right in. So that's the main set of stuff. To give you an idea on how fast Done Quicker is at the moment, it took Done Quick 18 minutes to get to Canals 06, and it took us 6 minutes. And there's already 2.21 gigabytes of stuff involving saves and demos, which is pretty yeah. Also, when Dwama was on segment 90, they were in Prison 09. We're on segment 90 something or 80 something now, and we're only on Canals. So that kind of shows how optimized this run is actually going to be. It's pretty close to task.
Is sub 1 hour confirmed?
Yes, it is definitely going to happen.
Oh, good.
If we can find... Oh, actually, something very, very important. We skip pretty much every major cutscene due to the aforementioned save load buffering. We skip Red Letter Day, and I don't think I'll reveal anything else, but we skip Red Letter Day, and that's a huge fucking skip. So
what about the first cutscene with Barney?
Yes, we skipped that too, and that's false.
Oh yeah, Train Station 01's pretty great.
Oh yeah, Train Station 01 is just whoop, and it's done. I'll give you a hint here. We skipped the train. We don't have to go through that stupid cutscene anymore.
Yeah, I remember that. That's fucking.
If you've ever seen people do RTA Old Engine recently, they might have done it. I know. Oh fuck, someone did it. I think Maxis did it. I don't fucking know.
Maxis?
But someone did do that trick in a RTA run, and it's pretty cool. It's gonna be even faster than the TSA, which is probably gonna be discussed soon anyway. But it's gonna be way faster than that even, and that's done on new engine, and that's gonna have pretty intense stuff too. But just due to the fact that we go upwards instead of downwards, that saves a whole fucking load of time.
Yeah, and I guess I could transition into the TSA run, which is going to answer the question of Dwamov 2.0. So pretty much, we don't want to do Half-Life 2 on hard segmented real-time anymore. Nobody really wants to do that. So what we did was we decided to create a run that we would use SV Cheats 1 and Host Timescale. And what Host Timescale does is it allows you to slow down or speed up your game a certain percentage or factor, and then you can still play like using real time, like using your mouse and keyboard. And what we were able to do with this is pretty much everything that was cool about Dwomov can be applied to like every part of every map now. So we don't have to worry, and as well as using like stuff like auto jumping and other tools pretty much to assist us on this speed run. This we call it the TSA because it's timescale assisted, but it is essentially the TAS, the tool assisted speedrun, because we want it to be the most perfect that Half-Life 2 New Engine on easy could go, technically. I mean, we are slowing down the game to accomplish this, and it's going to be more of like a TAS than anything else. We aren't going to compare it to Dwomov, but we can use the times of Dwomov because it is the same engine. So that's our Dwomov 2.0. It's this timescale assisted run that we slow down segments to a certain factor, and then we pretty much grind them out. We can do unlimited segments pretty much. We can cut up the map as much as we want to get just the most ticks, because we have to go by pretty much milliseconds now in terms of optimization, as where only a couple of segments in Dwomov were optimized to ticks. This is pretty big. So we have that new engine run, and then we have, of course, Half-Life 2 Done Quicker coming out. I think both of them are being run on easy.
I think
okay, so and another thing I guess I should bring up is the reason why we chose easy this time is because if we play it on any harder, all that happens is we just take extra damage, and we can't do stuff like SMG nade boosts or grenade boosts, and it really does kind of suck because it does make it harder, but it also makes it less interesting because we would probably have to take a slower route due to a higher difficulty. So we run on easy here because we want you guys to be, amazed by what we do in the run rather than, oh, okay, you have to get more health here, as opposed to, doing 5 SMG nade boosts or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
and easy can be kind of a challenge in itself anyway because of the extra like damage boost routing and things like that. So
yeah.
So how far are you in both of the TSA run and Half-Life 2 Done Quicker? How far? What
well,
level?
the TSA run is in Canalzo 3 right now. I'm not sure how much time we've saved so far. I would need to double check, but we are in Canalzo 3, and we're using pretty much every glitch that we know of. Clips, we use like new pretty much item flying techniques because we can slow down the game and stuff like that, so it becomes a lot easier to do a lot of these glitches and timing launches and stuff. So the route is pretty much completely different from Dwomov, except for a couple of parts obviously, but we do a lot more crazy stuff, and that's really why we're doing what we're doing. We want the crazy factor. So we're on Canalzo 3. It's probably never gonna come out this year. I think it's probably gonna be more of a 2016 thing. So, but we'll see.
And 2016 is not that far, so.
And how about Done Quicker?
Well, as said before, Done Quicker is all the way at Canalzo 6 already. And we're at 18 minutes, we're 8 minutes in already, which is quite impressive if you like compare timesheets and stuff. Like even against Dwomov, which you're right there.
Drop the fork.
Nice. Even something like Dwomov, which you think would just be faster because whoop ABH, we just skip so much shit. Yeah. Pretty much, it's actually getting along pretty well. It died for a little bit, but, people are still doing segments and stuff. Not me, of course, because I'm lazy. XD.
Yeah, it's pretty ironic that the old engine run is a lot more faster than the new engine. Like, we used to think in the past that ABH is so fast, its old engine is never going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
they said the same thing when they started Dwomov.
Oh, yeah.
Kinda.
And then, Rama found a bunch of stuff, and then when we actually, had the Skype group, Rama just found all of this, amazing stuff. And it was like, holy shit, At first it went all the way from, okay, we're gonna get sub Dwomov. And then it was like, oh shit, we're gonna get sub hour, dude. Yeah, sorry.
First ever sub 1 hour Half-Life 2 run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking breathtaking. Sorry about the word fucking right there. I feel like I should put that in because I can't stop swearing. Ugh.
What are you, 5?
No, you're passionate about it. I love it.
I'm fucking passionate. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about Done Quicker. And if there's anything more to say about TSA, you should probably say it before we move on or whatever.
No, it's they're both coming along well, and I mean they're both not probably going to come out this year, but
oh no.
Yeah, it'll
You gotta
be
have 2 this year.
eventually.
Let's have a race. Let's see which one comes out first.
And
First one that comes out first gets a kebab. We're gonna start that meme up again.
oh man,
No memes.
I know.
and the estranged.
Yeah. Next up is
Estranged.
Estranged.
Estranged is just a small little run that BitRain, me, and I think some other people are working on. I don't actually fucking know. Estranged is this nice little mod. You play as some fisherman and there's some corporation or something. I don't even know. But it's getting along pretty well. We're already like slightly in the game. I don't really know much about it, but it's going to be like a small little upload that we upload to the SourceRuns channel, as we've been doing kind of recently with all these runs that ram
Mod runs, yeah.
mod runs, which are
Submitted
quite fun.
runs.
They help fill in the gaps because it's not easy to run an entire game, a full
Yeah,
length
there's
game.
not many games anyway.
Yeah, that too.
Thanks, Valve.
So next up is we got Transmissions Element 120 mod speedrun working. Finzi is working on it.
Yeah, and he says it should be a nice 4 or 5 minute run. Gravity gun is now pushing things away and shooting orbs, which cancels fall damage, and you can boost high up across maps. So sounds pretty exciting.
It's also like the worst optimized mod in the world. I played
Yeah, I
it,
heard loads of people. got
and
really
my
bad
CPU
FPS on
practically
that mod.
caught fire and it ran at 20 FPS, which is great for Source Engine games.
Just like a Half-Life 2 update.
XD. I have the first possible version of that, just in case they left some sort of weird assembly code in there. You can activate it in wrong warp X. I'm gonna stop making memes if you can tell.
So, do we have other topics, or should we move on to the questions?
Gunman. Gunman.
All right, yeah, I guess I can talk a little bit about that. Okay, so basically last year, around about September time, me, Tachyon, Ovi, and some others were working on a Gunman Chronicles run. Basically, Tachyon became really inactive for ages, and I think we had like a 6-month gap or something like that between a bunch of segments. So yeah, basically we restarted the run for complicated reasons, which I'm not going to explain here. And yeah, we've almost completed the first chapter now, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just thought it'd be worth mentioning Gunman in there because it's kind of a it's not a very well known Gold Source game, but it's pretty underrated if you ask me. So
when do you think it's going to be done? At what pace you're
I mean,
through
to
it?
be honest, we're on a pretty steady pace right now. What took us 6 months to do in the last run has taken us just over a month to do in this run. So I don't know, I'd say next year maybe a little bit later than that, I'm not sure. They usually take longer than you expect them to, so yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so I guess we can finally move on to these questions everyone sent in.
Yeah.
So
Oh god.
we
Alright.
bring the questions and answers section where you can ask questions that we'll try to answer. So you can find a link in the description if you want to ask us something, and we will cover them on next episode, basically. So
Alright, so I guess we can just start with the ones that actually make sense. That one we answered. When's Aperture Tag done quick?
So I heard Yuxpa talking about how there's one already up on YouTube, but then some other guys from SourceRuns who are more connected to SourceRuns, they have been working on one that's a little bit faster as well, and I think they're either almost done or it's done and they're just waiting to render it or something like that. I don't know if anyone else knows anything about it.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I had no clue there was a run in the works.
Yeah, me neither until recently.
Alright. That's...
Will there be a segmented speedrun of Paul's Stories Mel?
Probably, I guess. I mean, I don't think there's one in the works, but I'm sure someone's gonna make one.
Yeah, no, I think there is. I mean, there's a lot of really, really cool strats that have been found. People run it RTA on like single segment. They run it on Twitch, and I mean, I've seen a couple of runs. I've seen Z's do some runs, so I don't know if there's a segmented run in the works or if there any routing being done or anything like that. So, but I can pretty much assure you that there probably will be one. I mean,
maybe after Aperture Tag, because like it's probably going to be similar people,
same people
working on it. Yeah.
You know, actually,
regardless, someone's gonna do it.
Something about what's it called? Portal Stories Mel is that the developers are actually speedrun friendly, unlike most. And I believe in Azrae's chat, Azrae, who is some speedrunner who runs this game, I believe they're actually in there, and they included an Easter egg which allows you to skip some things like trams and elevators and stuff.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
And they actually put that in there for speedrunners, which I think is quite nice, because you know, normally it's always like, oh shit, you know, they're gonna make an update that patches literally everything, but it's kind of, you know, the opposite in this case. Thought I put that there.
That's good. Fuck. Never mind. I was gonna mention the thing that those modders did with Azek's run, the one with the box and that thing.
oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Mission Improbable.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
it, Mission Improbable.
I just remembered. Yeah, it was really nice of the modder to include that little icon. I did look at it in the run, like it was this sign that.
Oh yeah, the one where like the guy puts the thingy on the other guy's head.
Yeah, the
the
box.
The
Yeah,
NPC
the box
teleport.
above
Jesus
the guy.
Christ.
Yeah, it's
Like a cancel sign around it. It's really cool.
Yeah, and the developer actually patched teleporting, so it was a pretty nice touch.
Yo, actually, speaking of source runs and other media, there's something going around Tumblr right now about Dwamov. Actually, hold on. You guys talk about other things. I'm gonna go find that.
Oh sure.
Okay.
Should we just move on to the next question? Or?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Party Like Zombies is asking how long is the routing phase of a segmented run on average? Finding the routes and tricks to traverse said routes.
Well,
Okay, I'll start us off. Okay, so Dwamov literally was the turning point for, like, we learned more from Dwamov than pretty much any other run before then. Dwamov was not properly routed per se. Usually when you do segmented runs, you want to route first, see what you can do, and see what ammo and weapons you'll have, and that's called phase 1. And then in phase 2, you actually execute it and maybe like tweak the routes and make it a little bit faster. Dwamov did not do phase 1, or not an efficient one. Phase 1 in Dwamov was literally just seeing what the maps would look like if we ABH through them. That was it. So when we got to doing segments in Dwamov, we pretty much routed almost on the spot for, like, I mean, maybe not train station, maybe not a little bit of canals, but like once we started getting into some maps where we saw how things were, like with stuck launches and stuff that I would try to do, I just saw where we needed to go, and I knew what we could do, such as stuck launching, which is taking the prop and tilting it and jumping into it. And you can, like, with Dwamov, you could take these like glitches and all these routes and just kind of do it on the fly, which is not really recommended for a segmented run. It's really more recommended to plan everything. So we learned pretty much halfway through that run that, yeah, we should probably route our next segmented run instead of just going through it. So we finished Dwamov, obviously, and you could kind of see the route progression as it goes on. We'd take more segments to do routes and stuff like that. So finding routes and knowing what works before you start planning the run is helpful, or doing the run rather, if you do the run with what you know you can do, it's really just piecing everything together to see what health you have, what weapons and ammo and stuff that you'll have, and then just making it all work essentially. So that's how it started with Dwalmob, at least. That's how routing was like not really integrated into Dwalmob.
Okay, and that thing I found on Tumblr, it's 2 speedrunners clip into a bar. One places an object over their friend's head so that they can be instantly teleported to their chair. The other picks up a stool and continuously picks it up until they phase through the ceiling and they are able to reach the hidden basement, skipping a sizable amount of the story in the process. I went to the guy's blog who... Oh, that has like 8,000 notes.
Oh yeah, I saw this, I think.
I went to the guy's blog who wrote that, and he like posted a bunch of stuff from the SourceRuns channel. I'm like, okay, so that was directly about Dwalmob.
Yeah, it was really cool of him.
Probably some kind of popularity boost.
Just going back to the routing thing really quickly. If you want to know how long it takes a Gold Source run to be routed and planned, you just have to look at Half-Life 21. Like Half-Life 21, it took about 4 years to make, and I'm gonna guess that at least half of that was done like with routing and planning and things like that. So
Genius IQ.
What?
Quad's a beast.
Yeah,
Quad
they
is
really put a shit ton of effort
probably
into
the
like
god of Half-Life
perfecting the route of that game.
Yeah, he did really careful planning. It's incredible.
Yeah, there's like a hidden spreadsheet in there where it's like if you copy it to your drive, you can view some stuff. And there's like all this routing stuff, and it's like, holy shit, it looks like something out of a science fiction movie. What is this?
Yeah.
With all the grasses. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm routing a small mod for Half-Life called Wanted. It was included with some copies of Counter-Strike 1.6. And I haven't even gotten past like halfway through the game, and I'm already opening up MS Paint and drawing on stuff, so shows my dedication.
Elgoo style.
No, but Quad is the absolute god at routing and speedrunning and everything, really.
Yeah, he is very, very meticulous with it, and it pays off.
Yeah. So, should we move on to next question?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not
Wait,
sure... Huh?
Never mind.
So from Ben3847, I'm not sure if Iminex belongs to SourceRuns, but if he does, when will his sub 7 minute portal run come out? It was announced like a year ago. Okay, so we don't enslave people like people don't belong to us.
We don't enslave them in terms of speedruns.
That's nice.
Does
we
anyone
actually
know
do.
about that run?
Is okay. From what I heard is they needed to redo. Like they wanted to redo both Chamber 00 and Chamber. Like there were some routes at the beginning they wanted to do, and like the most part of it was pretty much done, but they were just tweaking, and they had certain chambers to redo. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard from Iminex in a while. I think it's close to being done. I mean that's just a rough guess though.
Yeah, I think that run's kind of like being worked on and off here and there. Like
in limbo, and just kinda, whenever they have free time, they're working on it. I think Finzi was trying some segments on it a while ago. I was watching that, so it's definitely still alive. It's not dead by any means. It's just on hiatus, I think, or hiatus.
We're not sure when it's going to be done, basically.
Not close to being done. Okay, so Finzi says it's not close to being done, but yeah, I'm really hyped for it too, because I really want sub 7 minute portal.
It's gonna be the ultimate portal run.
It's pretty great. I've seen the RTA or single segment runs of Portal 1 done out of bounds, and it's I hope you guys like elevators, because boy.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope they find a way to clip out the elevators soon.
Oh, the Chamber 00, like the
every elevator in the game.
Oh yeah, they do.
Speed up the timers.
Oh, that's actually
no, they do. They
Wait,
pretty
really?
much. Yeah, they pretty much activate every elevator from underneath.
So
it.
they've just destroyed the game completely.
It's gone. Like if you like puzzles, the out of bounds run.
Speed run.
Yeah, it's
we don't do puzzles a lot. Not our thing.
We don't really do the puzzles in the out of bounds run, huh? So that's great. Like, I can't wait for that run to come on. It's really exciting.
Is gonna be hype.
So the next question, I guess.
Yeah.
Valvin asks, what would be the most time saved in the TSA over Dwamov? This is a really
1
good
minute.
question because this actually applies to RTA or single segment runs being done as well. Pretty much Rama? Is it?
It's
Rama.
Rama, yeah.
Matter.
Found out how to skip Canals 11 with something new called prop clipping. And this was something we pretty much needed and we were speculating about, but Rama found out how to do it, and he has a route video. It'll probably be linked in the description. And it's possible in single segment, and I do it in my runs. And we can save in RTA, in single setting runs, we can save 3 minutes from over the boat. So we no longer take the boat, and we obviously don't take the car. So now we don't take any vehicles. We just go on foot for the majority of it. So now, because Rama found that glitch and that's technically that route, we can save more than 3 minutes because it's perfected. And then it's the TSA instead of, real time. So we have the ability to slow down all of the boatless segments, which spans the entirety of canals now. So the time save that we have, oh, wait, this is Dwama, right? Dwama's pretty old. Shoutouts to July 6th, which was around 5 days ago. It's the 2-year anniversary of Dwama.
Nice.
Oh.
We missed that.
Yay.
But it's okay.
Well,
It's
time to
okay
get
because
Oh,
it
wait.
is so slow.
In 18 days, it will be the 6-year anniversary of Source Runs.
Oh,
so
cool.
Nice.
Let's celebrate
Hey.
that.
There you go.
Let's do a
Yeah.
podcast then.
Let's get a cake that says SR and then throw it out.
Or eat it all and then get some sort of horrible...
Clip
Because
into it
cake's
with your
gross.
mouth.
Yeah, just put your fucking foot into it and be like, just fucking christen it.
Ew.
So Dwamam is very, very old, and a lot of clips essentially were found pretty much 6 months after
Pretty
Dwamam
much
came
every
out.
clip.
So, yes, yeah, it's crazy. Eli 02, we no longer watch that cutscene. If you've seen any RTA run past Dwamov, my SGDQ run is a very good example. Sorry for the self-plugging, but
Wow,
it shows off a
shame.
lot of new strats in it. I promise. I promise it does. And we're going to be using those plus segmented and plus RTA or TSA, which allows us to slow it down. So lots of time save over Dwamov, even though we are running on easy and we are using timescales. So it's kind of really not comparable, but we still will kind of compare against the times to see in reference.
Speaking of Canals 11 skip, Half-Life 2 Done Quicker also uses that. It's another technique. It does use trigger delay, I think. Basically,
yes, slightly.
We trigger delay into the wall and then just use save buffering to get out of bounds, and we are able to skip the airboat as well. But
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to be as fast as TSA because
Oh,
we
no.
have bunny hopping instead of ABH.
The actual maps themselves aren't going to be faster than TSA. In fact, we'll probably lose a lot of time compared to the TSA on that,
Yeah.
those levels. But it's still going to be faster in the end, just from all the other time we save. I can't stress
Yeah.
it enough. We save a lot of time.
Alright, next question. So, Choinka asks, how did you guys meet each other? Well, it's kind of complicated. SourceRuns is one big sort of general game engine community, but then there are also little sub-communities of different games. And not everyone is on the forums. Some people you only meet if you go to Twitch streams and stuff. So yeah, it's basically just meeting people on the forums, meeting people in Twitch streams, and meeting people through segmented projects and things like that. So if you join SourceRuns, don't just hang around the forums. Come and check out the Twitch streams and stuff, and interact with the other people.
Participate in the run or
Yeah.
establish
see
your
if you
own
can-
speedrun of a mod or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we have submissions.
Yeah,
you can
people-
go submit that shit and make
This
it.
is all very weird for me because you guys all just kind of joined this thing I was doing.
You
Just
could you could talk how the original SourceRuns team originated.
We were just kind of a group of people, and we just made a team. There's really no big backstory behind it. We just needed a website.
Yeah, I guess it was just back when SourceRuns was like a lot smaller, but now it's like huge.
Yeah, it was
so,
only
there's a lot of people.
5 members at one point, and we all just had admins to the
Yeah,
website.
didn't you all meet on Half-Life 2 Done Quick forums?
Oh,
Actually, how we met is very interesting. Like how we all originally met, because it was all very random. Like typical and in existence, they were kind of like a couple weeks into the episode 1 run. I was kind of lurking and watching, just for no fucking reason. I was just on the forums one day, luckily, along with some old Half-Life 2 Done Quick members, Demon Straight, Maximus, Faust, all them. And then we all just started posting on the forums again, and then it luckily, very luckily, got active again. And then out of that, you know, the episode 1 run came out, and then SourceRuns came out, and then in April of 2011, Portal 2 came out, and then they had the racing thing, and then SourceRuns got really popular.
And
because everyone
speedrunning
needed
in
to know how to
general
do all that.
got
Yeah,
popular.
speedrunning in general has had a massive uprise, especially
Oh my God, yes.
considering like AGDQ, like that's been like the one.
Oh yeah.
I guess ESA as well. Like just the major marathons have really given speedrunning a sort of a global boost in popularity.
Also, the things like speedrun.com have helped because, you know, it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
centralized place where you can specify rules and keep track of times.
Yeah.
It's seriously gotten like really meta how popular it got, because the other day I just found out my old roommate, who I fucking hated, followed Adam AK and Flicky on Twitch.
Nice.
And I just found this out the other day, and I'm just like, I had no idea.
Oh,
this
yeah,
guy
we had
followed him.
Flicky as a guest on the previous episode of SourceCast.
Yeah, and he had no idea what I fucking did, so...
Okay, let's move to the next question, I guess. So, Polar is asking, how did you guys get into running Half-Life 2, or any game in general? Well, I guess we all played those games long enough to find some glitches and then think about... well,
Yeah,
I guess...
For a lot of us, it was
Yeah.
a hobby.
Yeah, I think it's mainly like seeing the speed runs first. Like I know a lot of Half-Life 2 runners got into Half-Life 2 by watching Half-Life 2 Done Quick and Dwarmov, and like Gold Source speed runners. It was Spider
Yeah,
Waffles
Dwarmov,
half-hour Half-Life run and Half-Life 21 and
Half Hour
Quad's
had a
other
lot of
videos.
influence on people.
Like that's how I got into Gold Source running. At least I saw Spider Waffles run, and then I saw Quad's videos. Like my friend showed them to me, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's sick!" Like I want to get into
Yeah,
it.
same.
So
Half-Life
But
2
yeah,
Done Quick pretty much got me into it, and Dark Evil actually got me into SourceRuns, like the website, because you guys
Oh.
were planning the rerun, and then
I remember when you like first came to the forums and you were like posting all these these strat
Routes.
videos, yeah, and like we were all just like,
Phase
so
one,
this guy
quote
has
unquote.
potential, but
Is that what you thought about me? Oh god, I don't want to.
well, I don't know. I wasn't there when you were there.
Really, you weren't? I thought you were.
I was on like a 6-month hiatus.
Oh cool. You missed out on my cringiest part.
Yeah, I'm glad.
so where are we? Next question.
What is SourceRuns?
No, not that.
Oh, no, wait, no, let's
skip
go.
over.
Ah, well, it's too late. We might as well answer it.
How
SourceRun is
how
you.
many people are part of the Source? Well, I guess we kind of already answered that. Like, it's not really a team anymore. It's more of a like a massive
Just a
community,
group.
and then there's
Yeah.
like different teams for different games, basically.
There's 6 admins.
Yeah, there's admins.
For the forums and YouTube video crew
There's-
and rendering crew and stuff like that. So.
Yeah,
On the forums, there's about 300 something people though
yeah.
Oh,
who have
there
registered.
you go.
You did remove a lot of people recently who had 0 posts,
Oh,
so that's probably
that was
gonna
hell.
be inaccurate now.
I had to do that by hand.
If you're not posting,
Nice.
you're gonna get banned. No.
Okay, next. Oh wait, how many people left? Well, I guess no one's really left. Like people just
Oh,
lost interest
no.
in speedrunning, so they just.
A lot of people have left actually. Like I've seen this community die twice already.
well.
So
Oh,
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a natural thing. Like people get interested, they spend some years like working on it, and then I guess like I've noticed a lot of speedrunners are students, and like after they leave university, they have to go and work. So they kind of they just move on and like either lose interest or they're just too busy to work on stuff.
Rip Quadra's Isn't that how he had to go? I don't remember. I think that's what he had to do.
How did you react? So Choinka asked another question. How did you react to the new engine for Half-Life 2?
I was around for that. We all hated it, but that's kind of your initial response.
So did you like it?
What? I didn't like it.
Oh yeah, you answered that. What was the best part about it, I guess, or the worst?
What did I? Oh, I liked that you could do things fast. I don't know. Oh, actually, I liked how you could do canals really fast. I talked about it with Teray a lot, and
oh yeah, his run was
do a
great.
video of it. Yeah, which led to the Dwarmoff run.
Yeah, it was really insane. It's just
so. When you think about it, I'm single-handedly responsible for the inspiration of Dwarmoff.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, but I didn't have any actual help doing it.
You know, actually,
And, then go ahead.
Rama was actually responsible pretty much single-handedly for Half-Life 2 done quicker.
yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
he found so much stuff for it.
But like he had posted one video in particular. I think it was in like fucking hell, 16 City 1706A or something. And it was like he used a man hack and he did something fancy with it, and then he could save, load up, and skip half the level. And when I saw that, I was like, wow, that's really fucking cool. And so after a lot of thinking, I decided to make a post on the SourceRuns forums about it, about a rerun for old engine, and that kind of started the whole thing. It's weird to think when we started that we were looking for like basic tricks, like how to get across a canal, or how to get across Highway 17's ginormous gap. Since there's no sharking, you can't just hop over it. Yeah, but that's kind of
Speedruns like humble beginnings are pretty interesting. Once you go back and just reflect on it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I didn't get into Half-Life 2's new engine right away. I actually got into Portal's new engine because of Demon Straight's Portal Done Pro run, which was really big. Which, like, I had known Half-Life 2 done quick and like that, but I wasn't really a part of SourceRuns, right? So I saw what ABH was and how it could be used. And then what I did was I went to Half-Life 2, and this was at a time where, like, pretty much, I don't even think the Canals video was out, or maybe I hadn't seen it. And I just started routing on the highway section where Done Quick did all of it on foot. I wanted to do it backwards because it was fast, and
it was insane.
And I did that, and it was really fun. Like I had a lot of fun making like a little route video, and then that of course got Dark Evil to message me about the rerun and stuff like that. So I started routing and stuff like that. So I loved it. When I saw the new engine, of course, all the old gimmicks all the old tricks with like item flying and bunny hopping were fixed. So we had to make do with ABH, and that's why we were thinking that it was going to be slower, and it was kind of iffy at first for us to think about new engine in terms of comparing it to Done Quick, but yeah, so I ended up liking it a lot. Obviously, you can see why in Dwalma.
Okay, next question. Choinka again. How much time daily do you guys spend on speedrunning?
I'll go first. Anything from all day to not at all. It's completely random.
Yeah, I think it varies with everyone. It depends on what IRL stuff you're doing. Like a lot of us are in university, or a lot of us have work, or so it just depends. Like right now, like personally, I'm on a summer holiday, like off university, so I pretty much just do it all day. Whereas like obviously if I'm studying, then I don't have as much time to work on stuff. So, and I think that's the same for everyone else. Really, like just varies.
Yeah, that's actually a common trend. A lot of people like to think that speedrunners don't have any life, like they have no life, and that this is all they do. But a lot of us have like stuff we do outside of this. For example, I work in construction.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You work in construction? Jesus, I didn't know that.
So we have a question I think Gognat can answer from ATTV. How do you guys think that the new One Whiskey wall climb strategy will affect wall climbing?
So
Okay.
this is for Half-Life 2.
Yeah, Half-Life 2, yeah.
Pretty much the new wall climb strategy is a very interesting and consistent setup for wall boost, which is something that we had known about since episode 2, routing and all that. Wall boost is something that randomly happens when you're wall climbing. The prop kind of clips into you for a little bit, and then you get sent flying out of it, and you can get pretty high up. And what One Whiskey did was he found that if you held the bucket at a certain like angle, like high off the ground, and then jump into it, you pretty much fly up up a wall. And it only really works with the bucket. People were testing it out and making it work with the barrel as well. So there's probably more than just a bucket use here. It's useful in City 1713 because you can scale up the wall pretty much instantaneously. It's like super bouncing up the wall, and pretty much it's not really, I mean, because you drop the prop, right? You aren't going to bring the prop up with you while you're flying. So maybe the TSA could probably look into making barrel barrel wall boosting a thing, and then maybe we might be able to save some time. But I think it's a really cool and actually kind of funny strat, because it's just so like genuinely random, because you just jump on a bucket and you go flying up. I love it.
It's great that we can do that consistently now.
Mm-hmm. And it'll make little wall climbs, maybe like a 10-second wall climb, turn into an easy launch up a wall. So if it's ever useful, it might be useful in maybe a mod run or two. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool strategy that was literally just found maybe 3 days ago. So a consistent setup with it too. So
yeah, I guess that's going to be useful.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this next one. When did each one of you start speedrunning? Also, what game was your first?
Didn't we answer that?
It kind of ties in. It's kind of not the same though.
Okay, let's go for it.
Oh, 2008 Half-Life 1.
I actually started pretty recently. Like, I've only been around for just under 2 years now. And so yeah, I only started a couple of years ago after seeing Quad's videos.
I used to play Half-Life 1 deathmatch I started back in 2008, but I didn't start speedrunning until like mid 2010. I started with Half-Life 2 and then later moved on to Gold Source.
Yeah. I started in 2006 after I saw Half-Life 2 done quick. I pretty much booted up Half-Life 2 and just tried to mimic everything I just saw. And yeah, and it's stuck with me ever since.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like
I probably started.
It's like 10.
Like, Jesus Christ.
It's almost 10 years. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
When's your anniversary? All right. I probably started anywhere from like 2011 to 2013. I don't really know when, but at some point I got into watching like a ton of Half-Life speedruns, and that just kind of got me into it. Everything from Half-Life to Half-Life 2. I don't even know which game I started with, to be honest.
Okay.
So we are done, yes?
What? Oh no, I'm just tired of hearing.
No, I mean the questions. I don't
all
think
the questions.
We don't have any.
Yeah, that's all the questions we've got for now.
What about this one?
Oh my god.
When can I leave the basement?
That's a real challenge.
No?
Oh my god. Leave the basement, dude.
Jared, can you define the SourceRuns community in 3 words?
You probably don't want me to.
Do it.
Go for it.
Oh, no, I actually can't. Wonderful, ecstatic, full of life.
Yeah, I think we should leave
That's
that
like
section.
15 words.
3 words.
We'll
What?
leave that
Oh,
for a
fuck.
future.
Alright, well, 2 words in a phrase. Okay, so yeah, I think we actually are done.
Yeah, so that's all the
Yeah,
questions
no,
we've got. Was there anything else we wanted to mention really quickly? Oh yeah,
Yelter.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, this is going all the way back to the beginning now, about the Half-Life TAS stuff. So today Yolta did a 2.5 hour tutorial on Half-Life TASing, because he did have like a document at first, but it was pretty overwhelming. Like it was like 6 pages long and full of really complicated stuff that was hard to understand. So he basically decided to stream himself just like going through the basics, like what each command does and just showing like different techniques and things like that. So I guess we can leave a link to the highlight for that in the description, and you can check that out if you want to get into Half-Life tassing. Anything else?
No, I guess that's basically it. So I guess thanks for watching. Stay tuned on SourceRuns Marathon. We're really hyped about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We have to get the schedule done though.
Yeah,
so I'll be
especially now that
working
we're
on
9
that.
days away.
I'll get that started soon.
Okay.
So,
Well, I guess that concludes the 4th episode of SourceCast after 2 years.
The reawakening. Hopefully there will be more. I think there will be more.
SourceRuns revived. SourceCast revived. Fuck.
SourceRuns
Okay.
revived.
SourceRuns revived.
It died, didn't it?
Confirmed here.
We need Darwin here. I can't do these intros, outros. I just fuck up.
Go get Darwin.
All right. Well, he won't fucking do it because
I
he's
can't
too busy
stop that.
being Swedish. All right, I'm just gonna end this the way I want to. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.